So we'll see. We'll keep an eye out because I played this game so many times that I basically remember all of the CGs by heart. So when I see a CG that I feel like has been upgraded, we're gonna point it out. Old one, if I have a screen grab of the old one. All right, that's a deal.
Did I scare you?
Best black bear. Okay, the crickets are over now. Guys, he's here. Our teddy bear is here. Our love affair is here. Too bad I can't save. Are you crazy?
I'm not. I'm the lovely hoodie bear, Harry.
What? Are you an idiot?
You are so rude. Score deducted.
No.
What are you doing over here? Why are you alone?
It's a long story.
Then you can make a long story short.
I love Harry. At times. You're so energetic. You're so energetic. I really need a positive. Wait, I can't just play with Harry like this. Harry requires a special mode. Wait for me here.
You come with me. Harry walks fast. Don't get...
Let's go. Let's go. That was us going.
How do you go?
Dude, you're so lame. I've never seen such a crappy way to flirt with someone like you. Are you stupid?
Well, he's not technically wrong.
You. Why do you suddenly look like a changed person?
I'm not here for the stupid dating event, so get out of me, you idiot.
Okay. I won't bother you anymore. I'm sorry.
This handsome fellow seems a bit silly. This failure is really funny. It is. Oops, he saw me. How awkward. How should I react now? Both Harry and Henry are just names, and I don't know which one can represent you yet. So for me, you are just what you are. We are so profound. You love my t-shirt? Thank you. It says Harry Otter on it.
Oh, really? I didn't expect. You're such a thoughtful person. I really like your answer.
And I like your body.
But you should just call me Harry. I like being called Harry.
Alright, Harry it is.
Say I am what I am. Then I'll leave it to you to find out.
Ha, no problem. I'll take off all your armor, one by one. Okay.
Oh? But I'm not wearing any underwear now. If you take my outfit off, then I'll be naked.
Are we complaining, guys? Are we complaining? No, we're not. How do I do this? Hold on. Hold on, I got this. Where is this? Oh, okay. Oh my. That's fair, right? But there's a little Easter egg here in Hunky City. If instead of getting on the train, I move to the back. What's going on here? What am I doing down here for? I'm supposed to be on the train. There's a guy over here. What can I do for you? Why can't I see his face? And what is this light on his face?
I didn't expect to see you here. Shouldn't you be getting close?
Who are you? Do I know you?
Well, there's a world where there's no sex and no nudity. Do you want to go to that world?
No sex and no nudity? Of course no. Of course not. That kind of world is so boring.
Excellent. You are a very honest person. I will give you a gift.
A gift? Gone. He's gone. Oh, isn't that a hero card? Did I meet a gift-giving ghost? I'd better hurry back, or the train will leave. So we just got another card. Who are you? I can't make a damn sound, I can't move. Help! Fuck! I'm screaming in my heart like this. No one can hear me. You're the one who threatened to kill me, right? Please don't kill me. Help! Why are you doing? Help me, God, help me. Oh yes, God of Destiny. Are you watching over me? Please help me. Super creepy scene. Ring around.
Oh?
Is it the summer gay dating contest?
Yes, yes. How did you know? Are you?
Yes, I'm also participating in the contest.
Well, how about that? Wow, are all the contestants as tall as you? Now, if that's the case, I'm not confident enough to take part in the contest.
Don't say that. Physical appearance is
Ouch.
not that important. You have
Just
your
because
own
you're
strong
Ago doesn't mean
points.
you don't have a chance.
It turns out that you're a greedy person, as you want to be surrounded by a group of handsome guys.
Oh, he heard me! It's Carl! Carl, how did you get
I
here?
hadn't seen you for a while, so I just assumed that
He's
you
such a
couldn't keep up with
sweetheart.
us and looked back.
Aww, I'm touched. I thought nobody cared about me.
I didn't expect a bank manager to be such a delicate person.
Really quick. The competition hasn't officially started yet, and you already have started flirting with my cutie Carl.
Oh, do shake a cork. Do shake a pork, sister. As the host, you shouldn't be so selfish.
Stop nagging. Carl, you have to be careful with this little slut. Don't let him get you.
Excuse me? I'm not a slut. I'm slutty remastered. Ooh, he's only wearing underwear. That's too tempting to resist. Beep, beep, beep. For a while, my mind was blank, and I just couldn't help but stare at his package. It is a black hole from which I cannot escape. It feels as if I'm attached to by a magnet.
How can I help you? Not at all. You're so silly and cute, but in an adorable way.
Thank you. Hey, hey, thanks, man.
Nope, you're pushing it too hard.
What the fudge? What's going on here? Okay.
Ha! I can read your thoughts like words on a page.
No, that's really embarrassing. I have to learn to suppress my body language to hide my inner thoughts.
No, I think it's very charming.
I think you're even more charming.
Standing in the hall wearing only underwear makes me feel a little cold.
Oh, as I'm already here, would you like to invite me to your room?
We should continue our conversation tonight. I'm gonna have a shower and take a nap.
No, don't take a nap. Sure, see you later then. Career talk, okay. I have the feeling that our chat went down well with him. Victory! Daddy Don, let me in.
Who is it? Hi. Sorry, but I was just about to get changed.
Don, that's a bit much. All right, what do we have here? That's not a penis. All right, that's a balloon. Ooh la la! What a big package. The professor has got a huge package.
Where do you normally look when talking to people?
Busted! Ooh! Sorry, suddenly I felt startled, which left me speechless for a moment.
And why did you feel
Oh
startled?
no. Because, wow, everyone is here, and each of them is an eye candy.
Hey, cutie. Why are you so slow?
There is a printed police on your trunk, handsome police officer. Yeah, Frank is not very subtle about him being a cop. And it's not for me to say ACAB, but I will say all cops are hot. This cop is hot.
Yes, my princess.
Sure. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Guys can. So hello everybody and welcome to another delightful stream of Video Hamster. I am Omer and this is Video Hamster Production. Today we are going to be playing Monster Ops, a White Press Games Productions, and just a work. Episode 5 has not yet been released to the public audience, so you guys are actually getting a sneak peek of something that is available, right? So, as always, if you guys want to get the original videos and play the original gameplay, I highly recommend. I will leave a link in the descriptions to download the YPress games. Monster Ops, they are releasing once a month a new chapter of the Monster Ops saga, which I love. I can't tell you how much I love this saga, and I think everybody should play it at least once. So if you can splurge a bit, go and support your local gay queer artist. I will leave a link in the description. And as always, this game does contain not safe for work sections, so we will find a way to beautifully censor it so that your virgin eyes will not hurt, right? For those of you who are watching live, welcome to the stream. I will read your chats in a second. Thank you so much for joining. And for those of us who are joining later through YouTube offline, so I will be sure to leave timestamps in the description so y'all can jump to the really juicy parts. But why would you want to do that? Where you can watch the whole thing and enjoy the experience. Alright? So, today is a bit of a hangover stream because I did a mistake going out clubbing yesterday, which is something that I haven't done in nearly a year. And as fun as the experience was, and it was fun, as much as I enjoyed making out with extremely attractive guys, my poor body does not know how to cope with it. I am this right now. So let's hope that Monster Ops will be able to inject some energy into this lifeless body. Otherwise, let's read what you guys have to say. So, for Wuvian, I think you're a first-time chatter. For Wuvian says that he can hear me now. Good. I can hear myself, and that's what really counts. All right. And Yair Simo says, good evening, afternoon. Thank you, Yair. And once again, I want to apologize. So, guys, for those of you who don't know, Yair has an instructed D&D group. And I was invited to join the group, but I had a really shitty week, and I will talk about it. So I didn't have time to prepare my character. So Yair, fully apologies. I will do my homework for next week, and I will be alive and energetic for next week's D&D session. All right. For Huvian says Monster Ops is fun. It is fun. It is fun, and I enjoy Tide's southern accent. Love it. First time I found you on YouTube and wanted to check out on Twitch. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I have to say, like, in honesty, I feel like I've been putting less emphasis on Twitch lately because I feel like the growth opportunity in Twitch isn't amazing. I've been streaming for like 2 years and I haven't really felt any significant increase in viewers. While on the other hand, YouTube, just the fact that I can save my videos offline later and people can see it and people can find it and people can subscribe and get notifications. So I'm feeling my audience on YouTube is growing significantly, and so is the revenue stream for YouTube is growing from one month to the other. So I feel like I am lately been putting my emphasis more on YouTube than on Twitch, but still good to have you here on Twitch, and I am happy that you found my channel. Nice to know that I am somewhat discoverable. And your ear says, yes, you are too busy partying, I guess. Partying, yes. If by doing my taxes you mean partying. Oh my god, guys, I'm an adult man, and this Thursday I finished doing my taxes. When I realized how much I owe the US government, I just was this close, breaking down and just crying. My husband was like, don't worry, it's just money. And I'm like, idiot. I made a huge mistake. You know how, like, you fill a form and you make a mistake on a form and you think, like, no big deal. Well, in 2024, I had to fill a form and I didn't notice that there was a certain checkbox, and I didn't tick the little arrow that says uncheck the checkbox, and this little mistake cost me, and I just realized it while I was doing my taxes this end of year, cost me somewhere between $40,000 and $60,000. Death and taxes, exactly. So I am mourning that loss. You know, on one hand, just money, and can't really let money dictate your life. On the other hand, a lot of money. I don't want to let it dictate my life, but at the same time, no way to appeal. So that was my depression, because all this year I was under the assumption that come the tax period, I will be able to request a credit for at least part of the amount. So I was kind of like expecting to get a credit of between $6,000 and $12,000. And not only did I found out that I'm not entitled for credit, also I realized that we underreported, my husband and I underreported how much taxes we withheld from our employees. So not only was I not entitled to the credit that I kind of counted on, I also realized that I owe an additional $12,000 to the US government in taxes. So it's been a really, really shitty and anxiety-filled week. I'm sorry, it fell just when I was supposed. So I was like supposed to finish the taxes quickly, then get prepared for the D&D session. But I ended up just like dragging this whole thing because I was consulting with lawyers and stuff to see if there's anything I can do. And so the whole week was just me having one prolonged anxiety attack. But, you know, money, it's just money. And money, what is money if not happiness? Money can't buy you happiness because money is happiness. Let me finish crying. I'm gonna open the door, get some cold air in here, and I'm sweating like a pig. I'll be right back. Okay. In case you haven't noticed, I also have the beautiful Heidi here chilling with me. My husband is in a is in a trip to Chicago this weekend, so I'm home all alone, and my only way to entertain myself is by profoundly jerking off and playing bar games. So, and Yair says, all good, I was just busting your chop. As you should, as you should. There's one thing I hate is promising someone I'll do something and then flaking out. It's not something that I enjoy doing, but it happened. I'm sorry, I was just in a really dark place. Wipe off the oil from my face. And let me turn on this side camera. Okay. We guys can dive right into playing Monster Ops episode 5. And now I know most of you who are watching have not played. So this is all of yours first time. And it's also my first time. So let me switch. Just set the game capture. We want to capture 5. Okay. So this is Monster Ops 5. Yair says I'm doing prep for next session. Listening. Okay. I'm glad to be in the background. This is exactly where my whole life was leading me to. Be in the background. So I am in such a Debbie Downer mood today. I promise, guys, I'm gonna do better. Bear with me. Oh, you know what? Before we start, I'm gonna take a quick commercial break just to add some people on the Discord. I did have a video blow up this weekend. I did have a TikTok video blow up and get like 50,000 views. So my Discord channel has been blowing up with people that want to be included in the Not Safe for Work corner. So let me just quickly approve some people. Do not go anywhere. I will be right back.
All right, it's late already.
All right. Let's go to bed and let's look at the new CG. What? They haven't changed it. Carl's movements are fast. He's already lying in bed. Really? But it feels so real, so scary.
So how can I help you?
Just give me a deep tongue kiss.
Nice try.
No?
Are you unhappy?
Yes. Yes. Having a bad dream and you making fun of me. I'm so sad.
So, maybe I give you a big hug and kiss you on the forehead instead.
Oh, Carl doesn't like to kiss us after he all over us. Fine. Play that. And it's so dark and scary here. I even thought I was seeing illusions.
Do you know it's really dangerous?
Or maybe you're also an illusion.
You'll know if I'm a hallucination when I squeeze you.
Carl needs to start disciplining us, don't you think, guys? A little spank here and there. Just throwing the thought out there. Ouch, it hurts. Why are you pinching me?
Now you feel pain. There's something
Alright, y'all. Thank you for bearing patient with my annoying logistic. We are going to start playing Monster Ops episode 5. Oh, yesterday was such a beautiful day here in New York. It was like in the high 80s for a few hours. Everybody went out. I went out with some friends and our dogs to Central Park, lying on the grass. Fun. And then within 30 minutes, the weather dropped for like from 80s, 40s. Everybody was like, freaking New York weather. So unpredictable. All right, back to our issues. Guys, we are going to be playing Monster Ops Episode 5, which hasn't yet been officially released. We are only getting access to it because I'm subscribed to Ypress Games Patreon. I will also leave a link to Ypress Games Patreon in the description. So if any of you want to support your local queer artist, you are more than obliged to do so. Monster Ops Episode 5, I don't know if you guys remember where we picked up on Episode 4. Balasque has been kidnapped by two. Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, so as always, this game has some not safe for work images, which I will do my best to censor. As you can see here, I didn't do the best of works, but in general, I will do better. Whenever there's a not safe for work section, I will take a screenshot and I will be posting it on the Discord later. However, today, because this game hasn't been officially released and out of respect to Ypress Games, I will not be posting the not safe for work content until the game is officially released to, what's it called? To Steam. Alright, so you guys just have to be patient. I am gonna start a Patreon account where I will be posting non-censored videos of the gameplay. So if you want to see me playing it without the censor bar, you could subscribe to the Patreon, pay a very small amount, which I think is worth it, and just watch completely non-censored content. Right? Instead of me having to recap you, let me recap you what the gameplay wants you to know. Right? Story so far, and I'm gonna do it in the Lieutenant Tide's accent. And if there's one thing I love in this world, is Lieutenant Tide's sexy, deep southern accent and his very vivid imagination language. For Hovian says, I have this game also. I did the Patreon thing for Vipers also. Support your local queer artists. I love you for that. I love you for that. Is that a trend? I don't know what a trend is, but sure. Sure. The story so far. Son of Brigadier General Lieutenant Avery Tide is transferred to the Monsters Ops. He is joined by Captain Wraith and friendly non-experiment monster Balasque. Tide had grown close to Wraith, especially since they were both injected with a serum that causes horniness when they get around monsters. Only sex with another person will cure the lust, something Tide and Wraith helped each other out with. Tide can't help but feel the passion he shared with Wraith was about more than just the serum's effect, but he doesn't have the courage to confess his feelings. During their tryst, Balasque is captured by the two enemy monsters they were monitoring. Balasque speaks to the mastermind through the two monsters, causing them confusion. Balasque doesn't understand why he, the mastermind, is playing games with them. The mastermind is talking to their commander Jackson through computer messaging back at the base. He wants to kill Tide to get revenge on Tide's father, the brigadier general. He thinks the general is about to remove Jackson, his pawn, from duty. Jackson convinces the mastermind that he's calmed down Tide's father, who was upset that Monsters has his son on the mission, and that his position as commander is secure. The mastermind agreed not to kill Tide. All 3 of his men are picked up safely and the end of the mission. Jackson convinces the mastermind that Jackson tells the mastermind that the control chip he has is too restrictive and he loses the ability to say the things he needs to say to cover their activities. The mastermind tells him to report to the lab for a new chip. Major Dennis meets Jason at the lab, performing the operation on him. He's surprised she works for the mastermind and asks if she also had a control chip. She does not. On the Halo trip back, Tide asks if Wraith can tell him more about their assignments since he feels completely in the dark. Wraith says Tide has paid his dues and may now know the truth about their mission and about him. Alright. Let's see, Yair says, Trent is a giant tree people from Tolkien's world. Well, I guess you can look at it like this. If the giant tree people were into like humping them hobbits, then yes, sure. And Alonso says, hello, Alonso. No, the last episode. What do you mean? This is not the last episode. In fact, Monster Ops released up to episode 8, which only exclusive paid members like can watch live on stream. So I will be sharing this gift with you guys, but once again, this is not an excuse not to buy the game once he's released and donating your hard-earned cash to a queer artist. Yair says, Goitrez, the latest. The latest, yes, not the last, the latest. No way, I think it was 5. So right now, officially, only 4 episodes of Monster Ops have been released. We are playing the not yet released, we're playing an early release of Monster Ops 5. So you guys are very blessed to be able to see this, alright? So remember who's the guy that's bringing you exclusive content that you wouldn't be able to see anywhere else. It's this guy. It's this guy. Alright, y'all. Hashtag blast. Exactly. Are we ready to dive into the game? Yes, we are. Oh my god. What are they doing to me? Why? Why? I was really hoping that this video will not be marked by YouTube as adult content, but now I'm not so sure. So love censor time, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Monster Ops, for making me a hard time with the censor time. Alright, back to the game. I wasn't interested in talking. My was throbbing and the serum was driving me crazy. I pushed open Tide's thighs. Oh no, this game is from the perspective of Wrath. Means that we're not gonna be doing Tide's accent thought. Yes, yeah, I can censor retroactively. You can do it on YouTube. You can just add the blur bar, which I will do. Unfortunately, I was hoping to avoid it, but now I'll have to do. So, I pushed open Tide's thighs to see his hungry winking. He wanted me, and for me to take control, I tightened my grip, and his muscle eased up quickly. Sexy utter submission. He trusted me. I was the leader. I'll take care of him first and sort myself out later. He is going a tide like going on a watermelon. He was shaking as soon as my tongue pushed into his asshole. Sweaty already, just the way I like it. I was yearning for him. Watching Balasque practically gave me a blue balls. I was eager for this Texan hot. His toes are curling, and he can't hold back his moans. All it took was a few powerful licks against his ring to make him melt. He was a slut bottom through and through, even if he didn't know it yet. I'm just getting started, Lieutenant. I buried my face into his ass and got to work, showing every twitch and grunt my tongue got out of him. I'd seen the way Balasque, I knew how he liked it. Oh, Wrath, fudge. I wasn't going to stop until that drench of his was purring like a geyser. It was fun dominating him, knowing I could make him twist and writhe, cried out with pleasure. I get that this was a mandatory to regain our sanity, but we had time. There was no way I wasn't going to savor him. Ah, Tide is moaning like a southern gentleman that he is. I pushed his legs further open and got as deep as I could go, but was no longer satisfied with just tongue. I planned to drive him to the brink. My fingers wrapped around his warm, sticky shaft. I gave it a squeeze, feeling the throb in my hands to gauge his arousal. He was almost ready, but he was holding on. I could enjoy this a little longer before I got my own involved, so I started to pump him. Yeah, hot diggity damn. His body tensed up. He was desperate to hold back his orgasm. I felt like I knew him well enough to take him right in the edge. I was going to drive this fucker wild. I found my rhythm where I could work on him from both sides, and S bombarded at once. And I kept him right where I wanted, not coming on the edge of the cliff. I was a crawl pace, never going fast enough to make him, but teasing him to the brink with pleasure, so that sweet spot under his that harvested the best sound out of him, but that was just made my body impatient. He wasn't the only one affected by the serum, and my was starving for that tight. I knew as soon as I got into him, I'd be driven into a wild lust until he was bred to overflowing, savoring the moment before this made sure things would last. I'd wanted him for so long. Now he was giving me all of himself to me. Beautiful, and hopefully not the only time. Even if it's serum bullshit bringing us together, I'll take my sweet the way I can. He pounded his heels against the ground. His moans went up an octave. There was no mistaking that familiar throbbing in my hand. He was about to cross the point of no return. Ah, Captain, y'all fixing to do me in. I need to do a collection of all of Tide's best quotes. You're fixing to do me in. I'm about to bust. There was a twinge of embarrassment in his shaking voice, as if he was ashamed to come this quickly. Don't worry, Lieutenant. I have other plans for us. I pulled back, and he let out a gasp. Then more panting. His body was still tense, trying to pull back from the verge of coming. I looked up at his shaft, admiring the results of my work. His twitching was inviting me back, but I wanted to take him in for a moment, just to admire his sweet beaded flesh. Our eyes met, and although he hesitated at first, he kept eye contact as I stared up at him and finally started to relax. I gave him a few moments to pull back from the edge, then made a sly grin. I was wearing the mask, but I knew he could see it, just like he'd seen me licking my lips at the sight of him earlier. When he smiled back at me, I knew it was time. My was harder than granite. Now you're ready. I took control of the situation again. I took control of the situation again, moving him into position for a proper I held off my own need long enough. Hard time, that's a choice of words, exactly. Are we taking it all in? Guys, I feel like we're taking it all in. Papa. Voila. Alright. Alrighty then. Time for us both to get off. Oh my gosh. So I already took screen grab of this, so I'm not gonna take again, but you guys, this is like super. I loosened up his with my fingers and some lube as I got him to squat over me. I fixed on my erection the whole time. It's not going anywhere but inside you, Lieutenant. Oogle all you want. I'll let him take me in at his own pace and just sat back and enjoyed the feel of him closing over my the little give when I pushed past his ring. Oh man, oh fudge. He took in a good 3 inches of me, then paused to let his body adjust. Even if he couldn't take me all at once, he had heart. He was giving it his all, and I loved to watch him try, to watch him squirm and stretch himself open for me. It was like he was already addicted to my Take it easy, Lieutenant. Yes, sir. But I knew he wasn't going to listen. Not with that serum driving us nuts. How worked up I got him. He was already straining again by the time I finished that thought. Oh! Eventually he would come crashing into my crotch, impaling himself on my full length. It took some serious willpower to stop myself from on the spot. What I couldn't stop myself from doing was grabbing him by the sides, started pumping him as hard as I could. I knew I was hitting his prostate just by the sound he was making, each moan ending in a yelp and building up to a big finish. Oh Lord, oh mercy, oh Lord, oh mercy. And as you can see, there's a little gif here. Up and down, what a way to make a living. There's no ups and downs, there's no further and forgiving. Why am I thinking about Dolly Parton at this moment? I don't know. You guys, I just want to appreciate this. Mercy. Ah, nah, don't give me none. Huh. That's when I started to feel it. Something strange, something I haven't felt in a while. I decided to ignore it, just keep on him. He was right back on the edge. I didn't want to miss the climax. Rat, don't stop. I'm almost there. Ugh. Oh, fudge. I'm jizzing. Oh my god, that is... Even the sensor bar can't hold that spray. God, you guys. The less few trusts were heaven on earth. Tide's shaking, whimpering body was milking load after load from my cock. We both came together. I couldn't think about anything other than him. I wanted to make him mine. I wanted to fuck him again and again until I could no longer walk. I wanted every Tide. We locked eyes, exhausted, once we were done, and that feeling from earlier came back to haunt me. I wanted to kiss him, but I knew it was selfish. What good would it be to pile more feeling and confusion into this poor guy? Who knew how he felt deep inside? I was his superior too. There was no need to make things complicated. In the end, we needed to focus on the mission. Any talk about catching feelings would have to be left unsaid. It's for the best. Still, there was no denying we were closer now, and that should mean something. I'd show him that it did in the only way I could. Tide. You awake? Yeah, too wound up to sleep. Oh, and get rid of the sensor bar now. This is the part where Wraith is going to confess everything that's happening in Monster Ops to us unsuspecting viewers. So let's see what he has to say. What's on your mind? I didn't get a mortal waiver for some minor felony. I killed 2 men. One of them turned out to be my piece of shit father. Holy smokes! You guys! Tide, Wraith, killed his own father? Oh my god. For that we said, ah man. Oh man, fucking it up. Supposed to be, You killed your own father? Maybe this was a dumb idea, taking down that wall. There was a canyon-wide gap between our worlds, and he probably couldn't understand. But once I started, I had to keep going. Now I have a theory that the game is gonna lead us to Tide having to kill his piece of shit father, Maybe I'm just thinking it, because there was like a loaded gun. Your ear says nothing like some petricide to ruin the mood. To ruin the mood or to boost up the mood. Knows, depends what his dad did. The word father probably means something very different to you, and you shouldn't feel lucky, and you should feel lucky that it does. We grew up in the slums, Section 8 housing in some of the worst parts of LA. Whether you believe a slum is, picture something twice as bad. My mother would work 3 jobs just to put food on the table for us, and my deadbeat father would piece away the money on beer, slot machines, fucking scratching cards. Oh, which reminds me, I want to buy some scratching cards. What kind of husband blows his wife's hard-earned money like that? It's not that he had his own money. He never worked a day in his life. The concept seems to leave Tide at a loss for words. Of course it did. Raised on the idea of Southern chivalry, it didn't even cross his mind that a man could do that to his family. I love myself a Southern gentleman, don't you, folks? They're just decent people. Hard-working people. Hard-piecing people. We love them. He sat there in stunned silence, so I kept going. I won't get into all of the details, but things were rough. My mother was terrified of him, so was I. Even when I grew taller and stronger than him, years of bullshit fuck up your head. He made us all feel worthless, even as we worked our asses off to support his vices. Somehow it was our fault the fucking fairy didn't line up on the slots, and we had to make it up for him. We were isolated, cut off from my mother's family, and even if I asked the neighbors to call the cops, it's not like they'd show up to our area. He gave me a solemn nod, almost as if he felt guilty that our childhood were so different. I could feel myself getting heated, so I took a deep breath. That's terrible. How'd you get by? We ran away. At some point, even the streets looked more appealing than sharing a roof with that creep. But my mother somehow managed to keep us together and get a degree. You go, Mom! That's women power, that's female empowerment there, y'all. So your ear says, so you can say the F word where it's not the actual meaning of the word, lol. I don't know what YouTube regulation is. I pretty much gave up on this video. This video is probably gonna get marked as adult content. And so, it is what it is. Never mind. Nonsense. His eyes lit up, as if his faith in humanity was renewed. Justice always comes through the downridden right. Justice always comes through the downridden right. I wish. God bless her. What a woman. She's amazing. Made me what I am. My father, on the other hand, he got locked up for a while, and that gave him a chance to make friends with a bunch of lowlifes. One night, after they let him out, he broke into our house. I've fought off a home invader before, but as soon as I heard that voice barking threats, I fucking froze up. I couldn't move a muscle. And my mother paid the price. He pistol whipped her, stomped her teeth out, told her no matter where she went, he was going to find her, and no restraint order would hold him back. Jesus Christ. Thing. Happens too much. Happens too much in real life that hits too close to real life. And I snapped. I didn't care if I went to prison. I didn't care if I died. I was going to put an end to this permanently. There was a struggle for the gun. It went off a few times, and the other bastard with him caught a stray bullet in the throat. He couldn't fight me off alone. That's when he realized he couldn't use violence to get his way anymore. So he ran, and there I was, with a gun in my hand and a chance to make sure he never hurt anybody again. That's when my mother had called out to me not to do it. She was crying, begging me, and the sound of her pleading for that piece of shit's life, not even being able to speak with all her missing teeth, I found myself trying to justify it. Was I worried about how Tide would view me? Maybe I was. Maybe I really was developing a soft spot for the guy. I wasn't going to hide it. This was who I am. I did what I did, and I would do it again. Tide was going to learn from the man watching his back, and Tide was going to learn who the man watching his back really was. Good. I would shoot that motherfucker down too myself. I shot him in the back. I didn't try to run or hide after that. I didn't want to make it any harder on my mother. Once I knew she was safe, I just turned myself in. It was self-defense. Castle doctrine, stand your ground. You are just defending your family. It's so funny that they mentioned Castle doctrine, because I actually read about Castle doctrine a while ago, because my friend really got into trouble with his neighbor, because his neighbor kind of got super crazy and started like, his neighbor was like carving threatening messages on his door with a knife, and the guy was like calling the landlord, calling them house maintenance, calling the police, and they just wouldn't do anything because it's just considered as vandalism and not life threat. So I kind of like told the guy, listen, if your neighbor is gonna do it again, just make sure that he can access your apartment. Made it very clear to him that he's not allowed into your apartment, and if he goes into your apartment with a knife, wait for him there with a few friends, and everything you do to them after that falls into the like castle doctrine, because that is insane. I don't know how my friend did it. Eventually my friend gave up and just moved out of his apartment, but his neighbor was crazy. It's only like that on paper, Lieutenant, at least for people like me. Private prisons have quotas to meet. Without some fancy Ivy League lawyers on your side, the prosecutors always find a way to convict you. Is it there? I don't know. Guess it's... Damn prosecutors are wrong! I love that there's like a little message here. His naivety never fails to amaze me, but I was relieved that he wasn't one of those blindly believers there's actually justice in justice. Huh. Maybe you should have been my lawyer. How'd you get to the point too? I mean, you could have just ringed him, and right there, he showed how little he understands. A lifetime of pain and anger built up. How can you explain that to someone who has harsh horses in private school? What's done is done, Lieutenant. I don't think I'd change things if I had to do it over again. My only regret is what I put my mom through. I wish I knew if I had the guts to go that far. With a stranger, somebody hurting my ma, no problem. But if it was my pa, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen with his pa. If it was my pa, he's everything to me. I don't know what I would have done to drive me that far. You're about to find out, Mr. Tide. But you made the world a better place by taking out your own pa. That much I know for sure. Thank you, Lieutenant. But how'd you end up on the Monsters Op? That's a whole different story. I got the time. Please, I'm clicking on the censor bar. Okay. Okay. This game, I'm traumatized by how unsolicited, not safe for work content this game can generate. So, Brigadier General, sir. Oops. It's hard. I know how to do Tide's gentle southern accent, but to do like an older gentleman southern accent, that's a bit harder. Takes me a while to find it. Let's try it now. Whatever it is, it has to wait. I'm leaving for Site 6 now. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Leave it on my desk. Can't wait, sir. We've had an attack on one of our bases in Qatar. A group of terrorists took hostages. They're threatening to execute the American ambassador on live television. Those goddamn... All the times. President's on the phone, sir. He wants you at the cabinet meeting. Walk with me. I'm gonna dictate some orders to you. Orders, sir? Yes, urgent ones. I want you to make sure they reach the desk commander's Ross Jackson. And sure you get confirmation from him directly. Not his aides, not some random private, and definitely not one of those scientists working there. I want you to be certain the man himself receives them. Yes, sir. I'm taking down your orders. I have an urgent, non-negotiable mission for Unit 171. And that's when 2 men in black walked into my cell with an offer to join some secret government task force. Something about engineering super soldiers with some genetic fuckery. If I agreed to be experimented on, I'd be switched from the custody of the Bureau of Prisons to the custody of the United States Army. I still would never be free, but I'd have a much better life. Career. So, you're still a prisoner? Aren't we all once we enlist? It's not like any of us can just walk away. The only difference between you and me is that there's no end date to mass service. Oh. Anyway, I didn't find out much else. They don't keep us grounded in the know. There was just a lot of red tape to go through, especially when recruited someone with records like mine. I had to sit tight in prison waiting for the moral waiver to be cleared. Felt like an eternity, but I'd lucked out. The shit had already hit the fan by the time I got out. Their formula turned people into literal monsters, and what's worse, it was spreading like a virus. Orders came from some top brass to shut the entire project down and focus on containing the threat. There was no way they'd keep experimenting on more soldiers after that disaster. Once I was in the know, I became part of the contagious cleanup crew. I've never done anything in my military beside Black Ops. The Monster Ops unit was already formed, me, Balasque, and the veteran Grisham as squad leaders. We were the first ones to get the monsters vaccine. Then we had to ensure all the existing monsters got the cure. It wouldn't fix them, but it would stop them from being contagious. We started out by hunting the ones that had escaped the base. Seems like we only had a week of peace after containing things before new monsters started popping up again. They weren't contagious and didn't spawn from the original virus. Someone out there was making new and improved monster soldiers. That's someone being the mastermind that Jackson was so worked up about. Allegedly, it's been years of tailing new monsters, and we don't even have a fucking proof of a mastermind exists. They got to be coming from somewhere though. Maybe they're being born, like, just through procreation. Can't be. They age the same as us, and there's no monsters toddler as far as we know. I don't doubt that someone's making them. I just doubt that it's some grand conspiracy with a ringleader at the center. Probably just some rogue scientist selling injectable monsters' DNA. Would you guys take an injectable monster's DNA that's gonna make you the best in the world? The best fuckery in the world? Maybe, maybe not. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick drink break. I'll be right back. Don't hold your horses. Hold your horses. I'll be right back. What is it? I need to calm myself down a bit.
It's just... Actually, I have a girlfriend.
What? What did you say? So you're not gay? Are you straight? Come down and ask an explanation, because we are civil. Akram is hot as AF. And once again, to everybody who's watching all the not safe for work pictures in this channel, in the stream that I can't show you, I'm taking screen grabs and I'm posting everything on the Discord. So if you want to see the non-censored pictures, let me just shoot the link to the Discord here. You can join the Discord and ask to be included in the not safe for work corner. Naturally, you need to be over the age of 18, and also it doesn't hurt if you are subscribed to the channel on YouTube.
A nasty toy rabbit is confused about who it is and tries to see itself as a person. In fact, it is a liar who does not even have an identity. This toy commits the crime of pretending to be gay and cheating him of money. Press the green button for not guilty and the red button for guilty.
Guys, what would you press? Carl is straight pretending to be gay so he can scam gay people out of their money. Is this enough to send him to his death? What do you think? What are you doing here? I'm ambushing here.
Oh, ambushed for what? Me? Yesterday you were looking for Carl, and today you've already changed your mind.
Not at all. I'm here today to investigate Carl's disappearance too, okay? Although you may be super handsome, but my heart only belongs to Carl.
Don't.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have made it without you.
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't believe you before.
Yeah, I'm taking a screenshot of that. Frank. you unreliable cop. I'm sure if I would have told you that I was smoking weed, you would jump storming right in. It's okay. You're here now, aren't you?
Mr. Officer, is Carl okay?
Carl has been taken to the hospital and seems to be in dehydration shock.
Oh no.
If he had been any later, the consequences would have been unthinkable.
Well, Frank, you should feel really bad, don't you think? I can sneak touch Carl while he's sleeping. Tee-hee. Are you seriously? Oh, this is gonna be the cover, the thumbnail for the video. Carl, you're awake.
Morning. Did you sleep well?
Wait a minute. Why am I sleeping in a hospital bed? And why are you sleeping on the couch?
I got up at night and saw you sleeping on a chair outside, so I brought you in. Otherwise, you'd catch a cold.
He's so sweet. Carl, you're so sweet. So, were you scooping me in your arms like a bride? It's so stupid. Alright, y'all, we are back with Monster Ops episode 5. This is a special episode that hasn't been released to the general public. So for those of you watching, you are watching something exclusive that you can't see anywhere else. And don't you forget who's the guy that brought you this guy over. Alright, back to our game. I don't doubt that somebody's making them. I just doubt it's some grand conspiracy with a ringleader at the center. Probably just some rogue scientist selling injectable monsters' DNA. I've seen this shit in the slums. The TV goes on and it's about cartels and drug empires, when it's mostly pretty petty gangs springing up and dying out of every few months. The news stir up panic for raiding. Jackson is probably stirring up panic for funds. We're not regular military. We can't petition Congress for anti-monsters money. In any case, how do you know in any case, now you know as much as I do. It's still all top secret, but I don't have to tell you that. You get all your questions answered? Yeah, just weird that the project went this sideways. You'd think they take more precautions or something. And I have very different views when it comes to the military. You and I have very different views when it comes to the military. I figured as much. But, speaking of conspiracies, out of nowhere, he started looking nervous and casted a quick side glance at Balasque before leaning close to me. When I brought up Jackson getting a brain scan earlier, you don't reckon there's something off about B, do you? What if those bastards we killed did something to him, infect him with something? All this talk of mind control in the past week has gotten me worried. No point in whispering, he's got enhanced hearing, remember? Oh, Tide. Oh, right. The way he reacted, it's probably because Jackson told him something we can't know. Balasque has been working with the militia for close to a decade. He's good at obeying orders. Jackson trusts him the most, and I trust him too. If it was something that could put us in danger, he would tell us. Tide seems to take me at my word. His body language relaxed instantly. Good. If you trust him so much, I will too. Oh, what was that sound? Why do I keep hearing that sound and I have no idea what that sound is? What is that sound? Did someone redeem something? Was there a clock bell? Every now and then in my stream I will hear that sound and it will be accompanied by absolutely nothing. What's Gibbs? What Gibbs? What Gibbs? I don't know. Alright. Back to life. Cause I trust you most of all. Look at him blushing. Good to know, Lieutenant. I plan on living up to that trust, or I'll die trying. We managed to get some sleep on the Hello. I would have turned in a report, but I was too tired. I went to our quarters and crashed. I deserved a quiet night's sleep after that mission from hell. But maybe that was asking for too much. Do I need the sensor bar up and running? We'll see. Oh. Oh my, what's going on here? Let me just take a quick grab of this. That's kinda hot. Too bad Commander Jackson isn't in on the action. Right now he's only being brain fucked, not like fudged. Save this in the Monster Ops folder, thank you very much. Ooh, sorry, I've got the hiccups. Her voices woke me up. I braced myself for the possibility of another monster intruder, but somehow what I saw was even worse. Was that Jackson? With a giant bloodied bondage wrapped around his head? I glanced at the clock. 3:48. What was he doing at our quarters at this hour? He looked strange. He had this unnatural fucked up smile on his face and wide bloodshot eyes. I've never seen him like this. Did he have an accident? Oh, Tichy017, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate this. Let me know if there is anything I can do to improve your viewing experience and to make you feel more comfortable here. Also, feel free to share how old you are, where you're from, whatever piece of information you want to tell us about yourself. We are all ears, and as you can see, I have gigantic ears, so I really am a good listener. Okay? I don't know if you guys watch 30 Rock, but there's this thing where Jenna, the narcissistic actress, is trying to listen to one of the poor pagers in the program, and we see like her montage trying to listen, and she's like, "Oh, Jenna, look at you listening. You're such a good listener. For Halloween, I should dress up as a slutty ear." And that's her entire montage while he's blabbering on without her listening. Lol, did you say bondage? Maybe the sound was for the new subscription. Yeah, I think so. So I think the sound is for any new subscriber on either YouTube or Twitch. And only later on, the stream element will pop up the notification that someone new subscribed. So thank you so much for the subscribing. I highly appreciate it. And if any of you others are watching this YouTube stream or this Twitch stream and haven't yet followed, do consider, because it's making me feel really fuzzy and funny inside when you do. Yes. And also, again, the reminder that if you want to see the non-censored images from the streams, not this particular stream, but previous streams, you can find them in the Discord. And if you're watching this video, give this video a thumbs up on YouTube, because it really helps with the algorithm. And in general, spread love in the comments. Spread love like you're in Woodstock in the year our savior 1960 something. I don't remember when Woodstock happened. You remember which year Woodstock happened? I don't know. Long story short, make free love, because expensive love is expensive. Still love Tide. Alonso, who here doesn't love Tide? Come on. He's such a cuddly bag with his southern accent and his boyish naivety and his little man crush on Wraith. How can you not love him? Elton is also feeling the love. Hey, Elton, welcome to the stream. Elton and Alonso, your names are so similar to each other that I keep forgetting which one of you is from which. Can you refresh my memory? Alonso, where are you from? How old are you? Elton, where are you from? How old are you? And Hovland says, I love them all. Am I saying your name correctly? Forhovian. For some reason, your name is painted in dark blue, so it's very hard for me to read. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Alonso, you are from Mexico and you are 27 years old. The age Amy Winehouse was in when she died. Let's hope the same is not going to happen to you. And Elton, you're a somewhat older gentleman. You're in your 57th from Missouri, United States. The only thing I know about Missouri is that there was a horror film called Missouri where a young woman takes someone who had a car accident and nourishes him in her house, and when he heals and tries to leave, she cracks both his legs with a sledgehammer. So, and that is Missouri. That's all I know about Missouri. Alonso says that he's short. How short are you? And Yair says, oh cool, we're in Mexico, which is a valid question, which I also want to know. Laredo, Mexico. I should visit Mexico. How far is it from Puerto Vallarta, where all the basic gays go for their vacations? Maybe we can do like a group hang in Puerto Vallarta together. One day when I'll win the lottery, I'll buy you all flight tickets and we can do like a Twitch resort. Alright, but enough babbling on. Let's go back to our stream. Sir, it's been such a long flight. I'm still a little... Yes, Sir, are you alright? Don't worry about me, Lieutenant. Be at ease, at ease. I thought that since everybody else was fast asleep, I could take some time to get to know the real you. Not the Lieutenant Tide I've read about in the files. I already know all that. I want to know who Avery is. Since he apparently wanted privacy, I pretended to be asleep. Yes, Puerto Vallarta is amazing. We should meet someday. Listen, Alonso, next time I'm in Puerto Vallarta, I'm gonna give you a holler and we'll meet for coffee. Coffee, some beach baiting, you name it. Sir, what happened to your head? Are you okay? Maybe we should talk about this tomorrow. You're no stranger to the army, are you? As the son of someone like Heath Tide, you must have grown up idolizing the military, right? Well, of course. That's why I signed up, to make him proud. Yair says, I love Mexico, especially CDMX and Zippolite. Zippolite, haven't heard. You guys know Mexico way better than I do. All I know is, oh my god, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico City. No way! Oh my god, I suck at the geography of Mexico. I should crack open a geography book. Mexicans are hot, true that. One of the first lovers I had here in New York was a very submissive Mexican boy. Let me tell you, we had one of the more passionate sex we've had. And the food is amazing, I bet that too. Oh my god, you guys made me want to go to Mexico. And it's also it's relatively cheap and close here, so the flight isn't going to take that long. Maybe I'll do a long weekend someday. Well, of course, that's why I signed up, to make him proud. And what kind of things won't make Daddy proud, Avery? What kind of things does the Brigadier General dislikes? Well, he's none too pleased with my record, but I reckon you all know that. I'm working hard to make him proud, but I done messed up a few times. I done goofed. Yes, I know all about that, but it's not as though you've been going to keep messing up on purpose. Tell me something more specific, something that really gets under his skin. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Zippolite is the nudist beach in town of Oaxaca. Oaxaca? Oh my god. Never mind, I'm gonna stop even trying. Alonso says, I've never tried the nudist beach. It's cool. So actually in Israel we have also an amazing nudist beach called Gash Beach, which I went there a few times. And nude beaches can either be very fun or very, very intimidating. Depends on your mood. But yeah, I enjoyed it dramatically. Oaxaca. Thank you, Yair. That helps. Oaxaca, cha-cha-cha. Oh, sorry, I'm still a bit hungover from yesterday's disco, so I'm a bit slow in understanding today. All right, back to our game. Tell me something that will make his blood boil. Why? Has Jackson gone insane? I had half a mind to jump up and confront him. Tide was squirming, but he sure as hell wasn't going to talk back to a senior officer. I had to wonder if that pulsing vessel in his temple finally burst. He looked less like a suffering commander and more like an escaped mental patient. This was the state of his mind, and we needed a change of commander immediately. Well, let me think. Ever since he took part... Why are you snitching on your father, you lousy son? Tide just lost a whole bunch of points on that one. Ever since he took part in Desert Storm, you know, his best friend got killed by the Taliban live on television. He ain't been too fond of people from the Middle East ever since. Yes, that's the kind of thing I'm asking about. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Dear God, I have a theory. And guys, if I'm right, I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna show it as a proof to you. So, Avery's best friend wasn't actually executed, and he believes that he was abandoned by Heath. So he became very bitter and he betrayed the country, and now he's working against Hit to plot his revenge against him, and he is the mastermind. Bam, shaka bam. That's my theory. See if I'm wrong. Oh, let's see. Alton Cop says Hydrate. Did you redeem Hydrate? I didn't see you redeeming it. What the hell? Why am I not seeing this? You redeem it? Am I not seeing notifications from... I didn't. I turned off the event alerts from Streamlabs. Wait, did you redeem Hydrate? So I will Hydrate. Water here. And Alonso said, should I go? And yet Ear says, yes, nudist beaches are great, but can be challenging at first until you get comfortable with your body. Exactly. I highly recommend. Oh, thank you, Alton. Thank you very much, Mr. Alton. I keep forgetting that you guys are on YouTube, and YouTube doesn't offer all those channel point redeem crap. So if you're on Twitch, you can have me drink water, switch outfits, take off my shirt, do 10 squats. There's a whole bunch of crap you can do on Twitch. I want to see how we can do something like that on YouTube. Just like a fun command. And Alonso says, well, I'm short, but have a huge banana, so I don't care, lol. Alonso, you naughty, naughty boy. So you go to that nude beach and you flap your banana all over, let it slap against your thighs, and let everybody hear the sound of your inner drum. And you own that shit, man. You go there and you do that. And Yair says, yes, so definitely go. It's a good experience. Oh, hot diggity damn it is, you do that. And once you do, send us the pictures, well, like the censored pictures on the Thirst Trap Discord, which is safe for work, so do not post nude there, alright? But the Thirst Traps for sure. Alright, back to our game. Well, let's see. Alonso, we are not gonna see. You have exactly 24 hours to go over to that gosh darn it nude bitch, send us the pictures. Exactly, with the censor bar. But don't do like a censor bar fuck up like I sometimes do here on that channel, where I have a nip slip, as they call it. A nip slip. Commander Jackson says, yes, that's the kind of thing I'm asking about. That's exactly what I wanted to know. And how does this manifest, Avery? Does he complain? Does he bring it up around his friends and colleagues? Does he get confrontational? Oh, Mapelleria, thank you so much for following. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And feel free to share about yourself whatever you want. Age, sex, location, preferred sex position. When was the last time you accidentally ran over a person and kept off driving without telling everyone and then torched the car and escaped to a foreign country? Those sorts of trivial pieces of information. Only on Discord, yes. Well, there's also... Oh, wait, I want to make a clarification here. In our Discord, we have a not safe for work corner. But that not safe for work corner is made only for games, for gameplays and like cartoon content. I don't allow, as of now, posting nudes on the net safe for work because I can't really verify everyone's age exactly. So I'd rather not have people post their nudes. Cartoon nudes are fine, they're harmless fun, but I don't want to have like actual people nudes. So we're trying to keep it tame here, alright? So that's about that. I know that one time this one guy posted the nudes there and I didn't want to delete his post to offend him, but if I'll see it again, I'll have to delete it. And I'll give the guy like a heads up, like, please don't do it again, ever so kindly. Alright, so that's about that. Not really. Usually just call them nasty things in private. Thank you. Thank you, Tide, for spilling all of Dad's dirty secrets. Does he have any Middle Eastern people working with him? When he does, how does he react? Yeah, I'm not gonna be asking for pictures ID because that's stressful, and I don't feel like the server really needs people to post their nudes to be fun. This is more about, I'm trying to keep it like sexy fun, but not pornographic fun, if you know what I mean. So I'm always playing that line. I don't think he does. There was this one time he got cut in line by a lady with a hijab and started yelling at her. But begging your pardon, sir, how is any of this relevant? If you need to know anything about my father for military reasons, I'm sure he'd be willing to speak. And what else? Is there anything else not really making him upset like they do? Or is this the thing that he hates the most? I've heard enough. Someone needed to rein Jackson in, if only for his own sake. Sir? Jackson froze like a statue as soon as he heard me. Okay, guys, we have an option here. We have an option. Are you alright, sir? Or what the hell do you think you're doing? Which method are we going to go with? I'm gonna let you guys choose while I'm going to take a quick pee break. Alright? So when I get back from our pee break, just type in the chat which option you want me to use. And that's what I'll do. Right? I'm not even gonna put a commercial break. Where is the threesome button? Well, now that Jackson has some additional hole you can make use of, it's gonna be quite the brain fuck, if you know what I mean. So I'll leave you with Heidi over there, and I'll be right back. Alright. Hot diggity damn. I urinated a whole bunch. Let's see. So keep it. Alonso says keep it safe. So we have one vote to asking, "Are you alright, sir?" I vote for "Are you alright, sir?" Alright, so we have 2 votes for "Are you alright, sir?" So I reckon we'll go with that option. Unless we have any objections. Hold. Pick some buttons here. Alright, hot diggity damn. Let's go with "Are you alright, sir?" The middle of the night. You're hurt. What's going on in here? I caked my language with all of the military formalities I had to, but Jackson shrank at my voice. His stare went blank for a moment, and then his eyes regained focus. A strange expression vanished from his face, and he looked like he'd just woken up from a coma. Wait, let me take a screen grab of this, because we have here a very nice reverse Oreo sandwich. And we're saving this. Voila. Captain! What's come over me? He was straining as he spoke. Lieutenant, Captain, I'm not feeling well. Please excuse this lapse in judgment. I'll be seeing a doctor tomorrow. Lapse in judgment? Is that what he's calling it? Before we can respond, he stormed off and swung the door shut behind him. I shot a glance at Tide. Is he okay? Did he look okay to you? No, he sounded plumb crazy. His hand was all bandaged up. Maybe that had something to do with it. He said he was seeing a doctor tomorrow, right? I hope he gets sorted right quick. So no three-way, unfortunately. No three-way for us. I'm just as disappointed as you are. Poor kid had a heart of gold. Even after all that, he still was looking out for Jackson. We have capable doctors on site. I wouldn't worry about his head. It's us who should be worried about. I have a bad feeling about tomorrow. Maybe we should have chosen the other option. Maybe we can load and see. We can load and see. I doubt if it would have led to a. You know what? Let's load it and see, because I have a feeling it would have led to exactly the same conclusion. Let's try. What the hell do you think you're doing? You are speaking to a superior officer, soldier, and. His stare went blank for a moment, and then his eyes regained focus. The strange expression vanished from his face, and he looked like he's woken up from a coma. Captain? What's... Oh, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. Is he okay? Okay. I have a bad feeling about tomorrow. I have something urgent to report. It's better be urgent. It's the middle of the night. I confronted Tide about his father. I've gathered some information that might be useful to you, but the encounter was messy. Tide and Wraith are oddly suspicious too, especially Wraith. What do you mean, confronted Tide? When? Moments ago. I was trying to get intel on his father, information we could use to plot the best revenge. I may have pushed too far. What the hell did you expect would happen if you did some crazy shit like this? Barging into their quarters in the middle of the night? What were you thinking? I wasn't thinking. I don't understand what I was doing. The headache was gone, and all I knew was that I had to please you. I had to help you with your goals. That's all that matters. I lost control. I knew we should have kept you isolated afterwards. You need time to get used to a stronger chip that also gives you more autonomy. But it's too late now. The damage is done. I'll have to figure out some story to cover for you. Meanwhile, you're going to lay low until your mind adjusts to the effects of the new chip. Yes, master! No more actions on my behalf until I manage to throw them off the scent. I have strings to pull and pawns to move, and I don't appreciate you making life difficult for me, Commander. My apologies, master. Please, let me tell you what I learned about the Brigaders to make up for it. That can wait. There are more pressing matters to attend to. Delete these messages, return to your bed, and wake up from your trance. Yes, master. Guys, the plot thickens. I do wonder what's gonna end up being with Commander Jackson. Poor thing's gonna have a stroke before his plot is revealed. The next morning I got up early and raced to get my report in before the AM briefing, but there was never a call for one. There wasn't even a morning call round. I was up all last night, writing over the situation. Too many weird things are happening around the base. Do you think Jackson is still sick? Not just weird. Things have gotten completely out of control. We need some answers. And we're going to have to find them on our own. It would be best to exercise restraint. The commander is likely still recovering from a head injury or an operation. His strange behavior is likely a temporary side effect, perhaps from the painkillers. I get it, B. You're in on some secret about his health, and you are trying to stay loyal, but that's not going to work for us. We can't have someone with a head injury as our CO. If he loses his shit during a field operation, we'll be dead. If you're not in a position to help us, fine. Just don't get in the way. Ooh, someone's back talking to Balasque. As you wish. I will leave the decision in your hand, Captain. Pulling rank with squad mates always left a sour taste in my mouth, but I didn't have a choice. There are some computers near the lab. We can sneak on ones that's still logged on and do some digging. Medical records, research files, something to give us a clue about what's going on with him. There's no way I can bring up this behavior to the higher-ups without something concrete. The lab? Ain't that monster still there? Are we going to get... you know? Can we even get the effects of the same monster twice? Maybe yes, maybe no. If we do, we'll have to deal with it. This is too important to let slide. I'll follow where you lead, Captain. No matter if we get... you know? Better to figure this out now than when our lives are on the line. Exactly. You get me, Tide. Balasque stayed behind, and we made our way to the lab. I got on one of the computers with the login details under the keyboard on a post-it note. Tide popped into the room with the caged monster. It didn't seem like anyone was suffering from the lust effect so far. Maybe we'd learned a new role for all this bullshit. Hey, buddy. How you holding up in there?
What are you doing here? You're going to trigger me again.
We didn't have a choice, but there ain't no effect so far. Hey, can I ask you a question? You must have met Commander Jackson, broad-shouldered, older guy, always serious.
I've seen him come to the lab a few times, yes. He looks quite stern, but thankfully he'd never interacted with me. I wouldn't want to get on his bad side.
Have you noticed anything strange about him recently?
No, sorry. What I'd seen of him was unextraordinary.
Oh, dang it. Well, keep your eyes open and let us know maybe. If we come by again, that is. Seem like that usual effect isn't happening.
I don't think I'll have the chance, friend. They're going to let me go soon.
Go. Is that right? That's great. So they found a way to reverse the serum.
I don't know anything about that either, I'm afraid.
Wait, what? What about all them tests they've been running on you?
Tests? Was someone supposed to be doing tests on me?
The things I found on the computer weren't good. The things I was hearing from Tide and only made it worse. Well, yeah. Jackson said the Major was running all sorts of tests on ya. Balasque said so too, come to think of it.
No, I haven't endured anything like that, and I'm grateful.
This don't end up. Fudge. Fine. Everything's fine. Wasn't the Major supposed to be doing research on him? Didn't Balasque tell us she was neck deep in experiments? Let's just be glad they're letting him go. Could be worse. If you say so, sir. Well, good luck out there, Tide. Good luck out there. Tide, you're with me. I need to talk to... No.
Oh, no.
Oh. Oh, I see what's going on here. Fuck. I guess the effects take longer to kick in the second time around. Dang it. I thought we were in the clear. I'm sorry, fella.
It's alright. I'll manage. The doctor has a pretty good contingency for this situation. Don't worry about me.
That's a relief. At least she's good for something. Come with me. Oh. What was that? Oh, I remember him. Yes, the little
creepy monster that likes to ride Wrath.
voice acting 10 out of 10. Thank you. Thank you. I've developing more and more characters as time goes by. I started speedwalking once we were in the corridor and Tide kept up. Walk and talk. We don't have much time. Why ain't you running those tests? I thought we were going to sort all of this out. We've got bigger problems. The internal schedule has him marked down for termination. Termination? No. He didn't do anything wrong. It ain't fucking happening. I gave that guy my word. This had better not be another sign of Jackson going crazy. We need to fix this now. Hell yeah. We raced for Jackson's office, but I spotted him through a door in the lab. The Major was with him. Good. They both have some answers to do. Sorry. Oh, it's the big confrontation. Villain team versus hero team. Who are you guys rooting for? Commander, you and I are about to have a serious fucking problem. I beg your pardon? You better take a break and check your tone, Captain. What's this bullshit about the intruder monster being terminated? How the hell can you possibly justify that? Who told you about the execution? You can't do that, sir. He might be a monster, but he's innocent. Alright, everyone, calm the hell down. Commander, you're not well. You were talking nonsense to Tide last night, and with your head bleeding. I don't know what the hell that's about, but you're not making a good decisions. You need to take at least a temporary leave of absence too. Stop talking and listen, both of you. I had more to say, but reined it in. He looked coherent and sounded like his old self. Dr. Denise was not batting an eyelash at the chaos that made me tense. Oh, Dr. Denise not batting an eyelash at the chaos made me tense up. She's indifferent. Nobody trusts Denise. She a shady hoe. I had her number. She is horny. She wants that monster D. And she is willing to risk all of our safety just to get her hoochie filled. So that's what I have to say about that. You know what? I'm glad you found out about the termination. This situation has gone off the rails in a spectacular fashion, and now it's all come to a head. My head, to be precise.
That monster lied to you, to all of you.
So the Major wasn't scurrying off in the shadows this time. I was far from ready to trust her, but I was listening. This had better be good.
It's true he wasn't one. It's true he was one of the monsters from the original experiment, but he didn't show up here because of pheromones wafting miles across the open desert. Sure, he got affected after he showed up, but that just gave him a convenient cover story. He came here for revenge.
Revenge? Against who?
Revenge against the man originally in charge of the program. Your father, Brigadier General Wraith Tide.
I'm glad the mask hid my wide open mouth. I didn't know Tide had a prior connection to this place. The people in charge had bailed by the time I arrived to mop the things up. The look of shock on Tide's face told me he'd know nothing about this. Ooh, Tide is only learning about his dad now. My pa was the head of this whole monster experiment?
It wasn't a monster experiment in the beginning. The plan was to make super soldiers, but the DNA is a tricky thing to mess with. The experiment went wrong.
I had no idea he was part of this, y'all. It's not as though he could have brought it up over dinner. Top secret is just that, even where family is concerned. Dang. That still doesn't answer our questions. What exactly did Harsh do to deserve the death sentence? She could have been dropping bombshells as a distraction. I wasn't done getting my answers. I'll take it from here, Major.
Yes, sir.
Guys, are we letting her go, or are we stopping her and demanding answers? I want to demand answers, alright? That skank hoe better not be thinking that she can drop the bombs on us, then just go on and lily la di da da throughout the day. Stop her. I will stop her. Stop you, hoe. Where do you think you're going, Major? She's going to our court. She's going to your court-martial if you don't shut your mouth right now, Captain. And of course, whatever we choose doesn't matter. Fine, it's a visual novel after all, not a dating simulator, but still. Of course, slithering away the first chance she got. She has had a lot more to answer for, like why she hadn't run a single test on him. What you saw last night was not me acting under my own violation. That monster was mind controlling me. Oh. I was aware to an extent, but I had no idea what I was trying to get that information about Tide's father. Thankfully, Major Dennis found me stumbling in the corridor and was able to figure out what was happening. Searching into that monster's background filled in the rest of the blanks. There's zero doubts. How long have you been compromised, sir? Since he got here? Before that? Is that where those headaches were about? Was he the one who sent us on a mission against Class B despite how impaired we get due to the serum? Did he tamper with the damned formula? This level of insanity ripped my lid off. We were being fucked with whether our lives were on the line. I thought of how Grisham died, and my stomach seized. How deep did this rabbit hole go? Started when he arrived. Not before. His power needs proximity, which is why he had to get in. There's no telling how much damage he caused me while he was here. So if you found any of my behavior out of ordinary lately, now you have the answer to. Now have your answer as to why. That's a huge relief, sir. We are Tide is super gullible, just saying. As for my headaches, not that it's any of your business, but it was due to a blood vessel problem I had a minor operation for. That's why I had especially vulnerable to the monster's power last night. It's been taken care of and I'm healing fine despite everything. The headaches are no longer a problem. That monster should have never been apprehended alive, and it can't be allowed to use its powers on anyone else. There is no other option. It's for sure he was causing all this havoc. He just doesn't seem the type. This is the ending of episode 5. Who knows? Who knows? We're absolutely sure. He's too dangerous to contain or release. I don't make decisions like this lightly. Yes, sir. Is this understood, Captain? Affirmative. Good. Given the unusual circumstances and misunderstanding, you get a pass on your outburst. Consider it your last one. Do I make myself clear? Yes, sir. Glad to have you back. Alright. Well, I'm sure the Major has dispatched him by now, so I'm definitely back. So that's where she went. And if we decided the judge, jury, and executioner were wrong, we were conveniently distracted long enough for her to kill him. I just hope this story is as real as they made it out to be. The two of you can take the rest of the day off. Consider it an apology for my strange behavior last night. Guys, they killed him. They killed the little pedo demon. The little pedo monster. Oh man. It was kind of beginning to grow on me. Alright, y'all. You win some, you get decapitated some. It's just the way of life. Censor time, Alonso, what made you think censor time is coming? I mean, maybe, but we'll see. Tide was still upset when we were done. More than that, he looked betrayed. You expect that monster to be spared somehow? No, I mean, he just didn't seem like such a bad fella. But what do I know? I don't even know my power was turning men into monsters. Not on purpose. Got to have me thinking about that. I mean, experimenting on soldiers? Criminals. You ain't a criminal to me, Wrath. I didn't know how badly I needed to hear that until he said it. And for some reason it made me notice my balls are getting tight from the perpetual hard-on. Thanks. I still feel bad for that guy. And I don't like how she snuck away to do him in when we weren't even done talking about it. I'm fine with it. That monster had you in his crosshairs. He wasn't just out here hunting for prey. He was hunting you. He knew who you were. He knew who your father was. He wanted to hurt him, and he could have done it by hurting you. I should have killed him myself. You always got my back, huh, Captain? Always. How about a few beers? Beers? Begging your pardon, but they ain't exactly first on my list of priorities, if you know what I'm saying. Guys, we might be getting there. Aphrodite, hi. What's up? Welcome to... Wait, weren't you just in the stream? Oh, I'm sorry. All three of you have very familiar name. We have Elton, we have Alonso, and we have Aphrodite. Alright, Alton, Alonso, and Aphrodite. So, Alton, you're from Missouri. You're 57-year-old. Alton is 27-year-old from Mexico. And Aphrodite, remind me how old you are and where are you from? I need to start writing this down, y'all. I need to start doing like know your follower thingy, where I get to know you guys, memorize it once the stream is over. I know, but we've been through it enough to manage it a while longer. I'm tense, worked up. So are you. Let's get our minds off this execution shit. Get more in line with what our bodies are feeling. We might as well enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Nodded with a huge toothy grin that he did something to my meal and my erection. I swung my arms around him and headed to the lounge. First round's on me. Oh, guys, we are turning into the lovemaking part. A few pints later, we were both feeling breezy and ball. You're from Brazil, 34-year-old. Okay, Aphrodite. Right, we talked about it last stream, now I remember. And yes, I think censor bar time is up. So the censor bar is coming up until further notice. And guys, as always, the non-censored pictures can be found on the Discord. Not for the particular stream, because this stream is not public yet. So I'm not going to post anything that's not public yet. Only once Press Games release it to the general audience will I share this on my Discord. And if you want to see the non-censored, if you want to see this game, I highly recommend that you sign up as a patron for Press Games, where they allow you to get the glimpses of the game prior to its actual release. Also, if you're loving the stream so far, do follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. And also spread the love in the comments. Spread the loves on my nipples. They're really waiting for it. And now, let's dive in to Tide and Wraith sitting on a tree. Kissing. Few pints later, we were both feeling breezy and fuckable. Ready to get your filled, Lieutenant? Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Willing and able. I like how nonchalant they are about it. We stumble into our quarters in a tipsy haze, and our hands were already all over each other. No awkwardness, no formality. I loved how we felt like boyfriends coming home to fuck after a date. I even thought about kissing him on the mouth to make it official. Balasque, you cock blocker! No! Look at what he's doing. For fuck's sakes. Were the two of you about to have some fun without me? Ooh, Balasque. Where the hell have you been? We just discovered an entire mind-controlling conspiracy with Jackson. I was waiting for the two of you to return. Don't you mean chasing quick fucks around the base? Not at all. Because I knew the two of you were going to become serum activated in the lab and would need to return to these quarters quite urgently. Balasque. I demand the threesome I was denied on the mission. I should have known. Look, B, I might be feeling generous tonight, but it's up to Tide. I just told B a little while ago our fling was a one-off, but fuck it. I was down for a repeat. What do you say, Tide? We got room for one more? Yes, sir, we do. Alright. This is fun. This is gonna be fun. My puppy dog was wagging his tail 60 miles per hour. Looks like it's your lucky day. Such a free-spirited attitude from both of you at once. I would be a fool to pass on this chance. Oh, Balasque. I always want to go. Sergio, hello! You're just on time where things are about to get super fun, where we're going to have a fun threesome with Balasque. Because why not? Why not? In a matter of seconds, we were all stripping, caressing, nuzzling. It's been a while since my last threesome. I was going to enjoy this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. Jesus. I am definitely taking a screenshot of this. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see the non-censored pictures until Press Studio Games release their official game. But for now, just know that holy fuck on a bumble stick, this is hot. Censor time. So, in case you're not figuring out what's happening here, we have Tide with his back on the back, Wraith is about to him, and Balasque about to Wraith. So we're having like a human centipede here. We climbed into the bed together, completely undressing and naturally gravitating into our preferred position. So Wraith is verse. Tide got into the bed, spreading his legs and showing me just how badly his wanted the second round with my Balasque got behind me, eager for another chance at my ass. That left me in the middle, taking care of them both, just where I wanted to be. Shall I ease you in, Captain? Cut the bullshit. I took you just fine last time. What? I could almost hear the smile on B's face through his breath. His stiffened even more. That was my top taken care of. I knew I could just let him do his thing back there, and he'd given me a good fuck like before. I think I love censor time. Alonso are such a sexy name. Are you from Spain? Alonso, are you from Spain? Well, we know that. It was Tide I wanted to lavish all of my attention to. I'm ready too, Captain. I want it so bad. Ever since we did it back in the forest, I couldn't get my mind off it. Ugh. Oh my god. They're all in. Let me take a quick screenshot of that. God. Hot diggity damn. Hot diggity damn indeed. Jesus. I let Balasque enter me first, and once he was nice and deep, I pushed into Tide, who was already inching closer towards me with inspiration. Oh, Captain. As soon as I slid into him, he let out the hottest fucking moan I've heard in a long time. It wasn't too different from back in the forest, but I was free to just enjoy it now, to enjoy him. Ever since that night, I felt like there was an unfinished business between us, like we had more to get from each other, more things to feel, more things to say. It hadn't even been a month since this rich Texan walked in, and he already turned me into a sap. Love the voice acting, thank you. This game has Balasque route. So it's not a dating simulator, meaning you don't get to choose who you romance. The game has chapters, so it's more like an overarching story. You have some choices, but they don't really affect the plot as a whole. Easy now, we're not in the field anymore. We've got all night to enjoy ourselves. All night for you to show me just how hot that juicy yolk can get. Hee hee. I love the dark red blush and nervous laugh. He was so down, but still a little scared to show it and taking my lead. At least I got him more enthusiastic, more shameless in the way he presented himself to me. No way this was all just a serum this time. He was drinking it all. My penetration, me getting penetrated. I love seeing him so helplessly horny. Getting by Balasque girthy monster was own thrill. Once he was intimately familiar with, I wanted him to see me grimace and take it all. The more he got turned on, the more his ass would clench around my It was a cycle that got us all each other harder and faster. I my ass to take B in while plunging into the hot greased at the same time. Pure bliss. And his scent, all that body hair kept it fresh as he got sweaty, and it was a fucking euphoric to rival Henson's serum. Oh wow, he's all in. It is all in. Hold on. Jesus, I don't know how Wraith is taking it, because it looks like fucking torture. Yes, they are. Is this the first three-way? I don't remember. So we had sex with... so Tide and Balasque had sex while Wraith was watching. But this is the first time that the three of them are going at it together. I leaned toward to get a better angle and press his legs back further. I was already deep inside him, but there was this animal instinct that made me want to just keep thrusting to get deeper. I just wouldn't get enough of his I want you, Lieutenant. Ugh. Take me, Captain. I'm all yours. And guys, we have a nice animation here. Very kid-friendly. Let's show you. Going in and out. In and out. Yeah. That's as much as I can show you. Maybe I can show you. No, we can maybe do like this. Maybe not like this. Maybe like this. No, it's a bit too much. I'll keep it like this. Sorry, guys. Tag me, Captain. I'm all yours. Fucking hell, that feeling was back. I wanted to kiss him so bad. I wanted him so much more than I expected. I allowed myself to be kissed by his neck. I'd take any excuse to lick that sexy Texan, but that wasn't what I really wanted. I wanted to lock lips with him and tongue his mouth like I did to his ass in the forest, to throw away any doubt the feelings were there, that this was real. Oh, gay little snowball. Thank you so much for the follow. You've chosen the perfect time to do that. We are in the middle of a very steamy, hot sex scene, playing Monster Ops Episode 5. And when we are getting closer and closer to confessing our feelings to between Tide and Wraith. So their way of confessing their feelings is just having sex and telling themselves that, oh, it's just the effect of that serum we took. It's not like we really love each other. But now the walls are slowly falling in, and love is starting to creak in. Poor Tide, I know. But how could I? This was just another necessary serum fuck. Would he even tell me no if I had... Would he even tell me no if he had reservations? All he wanted was me to please him. Confirming feeling and shit had to wait until we were both okay. Not addled, not desperate. We wait until we're thinking straight and know what we really want. That's nice. Because consent is important when it comes to love. No kissing on the lips. Not yet, for now. If he had any doubts, he can still blame it all on the serum and hit the reset button. But I did plan to make that hard as fuck for him. Oh, your ass feels so good, Lieutenant. Even better than last time. I'd make him as hard as possible to make him feel it hours after we were done, and he was already getting close. Oh, you are magnificent, Hideyoshi. Balasque was pulsing like crazy, and those low grunts were getting more aggressive with every push. He was giving his all not to come, especially if this was his first session tonight. He couldn't let this monstrous stamina get shown up by a new guy, but he was nearing his limits. We all were. You ready, Lieutenant? Oh, fuck yes, sir. I'm so close. Ooh, mama. Ooh, mama. Ooh, mama, that's a lot of jizz. That's a lot of spunk. We all get let loose at once. A train of cream pies from Balasque to me and to Tide, who has begun to over his hairy chest. Oh, this is how Balasque sound like. Captain. It wasn't my first threesome, but it was definitely my best. Every thrust got me the best of both of them, exactly how I loved it. Busting into Tide while I felt Balasque filling me up made it seem like I was twice at once. My and my We just kept going, blowing out one load after another, chasing the ecstasy until we were all milked each other and ourselves completely dry. Ricardo Castello, first time chatter, how are you? He says, he, yes. Just like this 2D game is okay English. Yes. A-okay English. Oh wow. And then it was all done. We were all completely spent, out of energy, out of breath. We'd given it all. Another, because holy fucking Christ, that's all I have to say. So, how old are you, Alonso? Sergio is asking. All that was left was our huffing and gasping for air, and the thick, heavy smell of sweat and It was the perfect moment to kiss him. Only I could have. Oh, fudge. Wraith, I ain't ever blown a load like this. So, So you were crazy making us hold back to get drinks. Oh fudge. And I thought it was big 2 days ago. This was indeed being one of the most memorable orgasms to date. Balasque. For a guy who's been around for 500 years, that was a compliment if I've ever heard one. Yeah, it was something alright. We oughta do it again sometime. What did you say? Sometime soon. I mean, the next time the serum hits. Yeah, the serum. Right, that's what I thought. But I don't know if he added the haven because he doubted me or himself. After that, we all decided to turn in. Even the sexually ravenous Balasque seemed to have gotten his fill for once. Tonight would be the first night in a while where I managed to get some decent sleep. Alright! Guys, how would you rank that sex scene? How steamy was it? On a scale of 1 to 10, type it in the chat so that I'll know what you thought. I would give it a solid 8.5. Very hot. I could have used some changing of positions, but other than that, chef's kiss. Chef's beep. I got up early in the next day, assuming things would be back to the usual non-stop missions. We were overdue for a morning briefing. I just waited to hear a call over the intercom. Instead, it looks like Jackson came down to summon us personally. A good 7.5 lol. Gay, a little snowball 7.5. Someone was not really impressed. Sergio give it at a 1.0. I hope you meant it as a 10. Oh, it's a 10. Why did, for some reason it looked like a 1.0. 10. And Sergio says that he's 27 too. You know what they say about being 27? You either make it big and die, or live your rest of your life averagely. Ricardo says, yes, like Beautiful by his male flexing gay survival horror game app is okay done. List English, Ingles, thank you too, kiss kiss, bye bye. Thank you. Not sure I fully understood, but thank you. You're up. Good. Step into the hole with me for a moment, Captain. Huh? Commander? I read your report. Then I deleted it from the system. You want to tell me why you had sex with a subordinate officer on a mission, no less? Excuse me? Weren't you the one who said to handle it? To deal with anything that comes in the way as an objective? You know damn well I meant for you to jerk off, not to frenetize with your direct report. Oh, I see. Sergio, oh, you guys are starting a little affair there. I'm not jealous at all. Not jealous at all, Sergio and Alonso. You see? You're missing some important information, Commander. Jerking off doesn't do shit. Excuse me? You heard right. Tide yanked it before trying to deal with it. It didn't work. It was the same for the intruder. That's absolute nonsense. It's the truth. And this whole situation is nonsense. Hansen was supposed to be figuring out a cure, and she isn't even running tests on that monster. You're going to give me shit for dealing with it the only way that works? Alright, let's say this issue has some nonsensical rules. I'll give you that unless you got proof to the contrary. Which you don't. At 10 hot! I stiffened to the mandatory pose. Shut it with the snide comments now. Yes, sir. Not with Tide. Not with the Brigadier General's son. He's already lost his mind over that first monster encounter. How do you think he's going to handle news that his son's own captain is fucking him? You think he's going to accept some nonsensical excuse? He'll call it sexual harassment, nothing less. And I'm not even sure he's wrong. You'll lose your rank, and you'll lose my command if I stand for it. My blood is boiling. I can't believe this shit. And last night has been so fucking beautiful. What are your orders regarding the serum effect, sir? My orders are for your team to be issued protection gear. We're already seen to it. Feeling that? Find something else. Balasque isn't an official soldier in any file, and he damn sure has shown he can play nice with other humans in this regard. Use him if you have to. Oh, Balasque just got twice the sex with 0 the effort. Do not cover this aspect of your missions in any reports you file. If asked, jerking off is a solution, period. This is the first and last time I'm covering for you. But if you so much as look at the Brigadier General's son that way again, I'm shutting it down. Maybe I can't afford to lose you, but I can replace him. I'll push for that mental health discharge you suggested from the start and find another soldier to take his place in the field. And when I'm questioned by the Brigadier over why I dared suggest discharge for his son, I'll tell him I was protecting him from you. Am I understood, Captain? I'm shaking. I'm so angry. I can barely form words. He's acting like I'm a predator taking advantage of a victim. Yes, sir. Good. Then the matter is closed. Get the others up and report in the briefing room. The Brigadier General just ordered the team to be sent on an emergency mission. Fuck. Get episode 6. Month early right now on Patreon. Alright guys, so this was episode 5. You watched it here. Remember, about a month before it was released on Steam. So remember who's the guy that provided you with all the goodies. So like I said, the not safe for work images that were collected here today will not be released out of respect to Y-Press Games. I'm gonna wait until the game is publicly released. What is going on here? Not gonna lie, I kind of like the voice of Commander Jackson. Yes, but the voice of Commander Jackson is taking a whole bunch of toll on my throat. But still, I'm gonna continue with it until I learn how to control my voice. No, it's over. Yes, guys, and unfortunately it's over. But I have an announcement for those of you who survived so far. I have a big announcement. So remember when we reached 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, 1,000 members on the Discord, and I became a YouTube partner, and I told you that we're gonna celebrate with a non-censored stream. So I'm gonna be doing just that. Next week we will be streaming on the Discord, and I will be streaming the creators of Robin Morningwood. Just released the demo for a new game that they're gonna release called Castle Defense. So we will be playing the demo uncensored on Discord, not on YouTube. And depends how dirty it is, I might later on edit it into like this fun, safe for work version for YouTube. But if not, we'll just keep it as our own fun on Discord. Alright, so all of you who are still not in the Discord channel, the link is in the description. You can join our Discord. You need to be approved for not safe for work content in order to see that particular stream. I'm still working all of the kinks because I've never streamed on Discord before and it's a bit different. But yeah, come and join me and I will be sure to make it worth your while. Alright. So I'll be posting more information about this. It's gonna be next week. No promises. I might delay it for another week. Depends if I'll be able to work all the kinks until then. But yes. And let me, before I end the stream, let's find a nice gentleman on Twitch whom we like, and we're going to raid him to kind of like spread the love. And don't worry, you guys. I'm gonna find someone. I'm gonna find someone you guys are gonna like. Why I am hicking like crazy. Who do we have here? We have Wolf EXE, let's see. Yes, we love Wolf EXE. Let's raid him. Alright. I'm gonna do a raid. Okay, so guys, when you raid, be sure to be extra fun and tell him that Video Hamster sent you. Thank you everybody who's been joining me. I love you so much, and as always, be kind to random sluts on the internet. Love y'all. Take care and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
There we go.